Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rokh. And, excitingly enough, this is a new update episode. I'm just getting my screens here set up a little bit so we can go ahead and go over everything. I'm happy to see that for the first time you might notice down in the left-hand corner, we have a chat. And of course, when you have chat, what is the best thing to do with chat? Well, if you don't know anyone, you want to talk about the weather. So, of course, this person, Ghost, commented on us and said, hello, hello, how are you doing? Whoop, let me get it back there. It's a little touchy sometimes. And I said, hello, how are you today? They asked. I said, hi, I'm doing well. And then, of course, started off about the weather, because that's what everyone does, right? If you don't know someone, you want to talk about the weather. It is kind of the easiest topic to go over. So, the weather's good. Was negative 80, but then it changed quickly to negative 90. So I just let them know that maybe some weather's coming in. And they said, yeah, for real. We're using a lot of power. I mean, it's the weather. Hello, Sean. Hello, everyone. Welcome, definitely. Excited to be streaming here and checking out the new updates. Hopefully, we get some major changes. Now, if you guys have not seen the channel before, thank you guys for coming over. If you have, thanks for coming over all the same. I appreciate all the support and everyone that comes and checks out the episodes and the beautiful starry nights of Mars. They're amazing. Now, I don't know what type of party this guy was at last night, but he kind of passed out. I don't know what he had to drink, but it was something serious. He just passed out right there, and I think he had enough of his partying on Mars last night. There must have been a party at my base. I'm not sure. So, if you did have the party at my base without me knowing, I hope it was a good one, because I was even on last night working. I would have expected to see people partying at my base, but something definitely mysterious went on here. Hello, Chief. Glad to have everyone here. Not going to chat much tonight, but I'm watching. Well, thank you for tuning in. So, if you didn't see last night, sorry, I forgot, we built some new solar panels. We'll go over those a little bit later here. And to help us, you might notice that our power is going down. We built more battery chargers. Now, this was a big thing of mine, and I've wanted to do it for a while now. The original battery charger only had 2,700 energy. That's so little. These new ones now have 12,600. That is a huge difference. I mean, we're talking 5 times as much battery. So, of course, we made 2, because we want to have even more battery power available to us. So now when we go over to this charger and we charge, that only gave us 89%, 88%. If we look at it, we used all of it. It's all gone. But we should be able to charge our batteries about 4 or 5 times off of, each of these. We could probably last for a whole entire day without going down to the base below to charge the batteries. Eureka, amazing. I know, I'm excited. I think this right here is one of the biggest changes we've made so far. I mean, yes, there's a lot of other cool stuff, but it is one of the biggest changes. Might have been that Oxy Archon mix, and you got it to 15% effectiveness. Yes, I did. I don't know about this, efficiency of 52%. These are efficiency of 15%. It works. I don't really care. It works. It's got to give us the power and the availability to charge up our batteries and just keep going, which we need all the time. So hopefully between all 3 of those machines, we can charge our own batteries. And of course, when other people come over, they can charge your batteries too. So when you have a late night party and you're stuck on the roof, don't die, because there is power down here. Of course, one of the changes they talked about in the game, using too much power. Hey, do you have a base built already? Okay, I guess that is one of the things that we are going to have a little bit of concerns with, is new players, of course. Yes, I have a little box. We can semi-troll people. One thing that I have noticed, and you might be hearing it too, we get a lot of rumble. I'm alt-tabbing real quick. I mean, you guys have to hear that. It's almost as loud as my voice. It is quite the rumble. So, if you do notice that I need to change some volume levels at any time, please let me know. I will try to adjust stuff and get it set up as best as possible. So, the patch changes. Now, one of them that I just kind of explored. So I was setting up the game and I was working on eating my afternoon breakfast. I know it sounds funny, but I played late last night trying to do some things to make it so it wasn't so boring today, possibly. And they said they changed it. Let's get away from these humming machines. Let's go all the way over here. Peace and quiet. We might have to put those machines like outside or in their own box. Devs for Rokh, please work on sound insulation. Sound insulation sounds good. Uh-oh, now they're asking how long we've been playing the game. Okay, so locking doors was an issue. At least they said it was. Fixed in the most recent build 8.10 update. We can see it up here in the corner. We're on 8.10. The developed 8.10. That's the newest build. It was just released. So, locked doors should work. We should be able to lock people out of our base. We're going to test it. I'm thinking at some point we will crash the server. So I have that door and this door. You can see it won't open. They are set to lock. This door is our open door right now. Okay? So we are going to test that and see how that goes. I'm not sure if we even will be able to crash the server. It will kind of be interesting to see. So I'm going to have fun with it. I've been playing for a while. You know, we don't want to give away too much stuff and information. Alright, so last night, as I said, we worked on solar. And there was one other thing that I noticed that I would not have figured out unless I died. So you can look at my inventory. I actually just died recently. And it was actually an accident. I was eating my bowl of afternoon Lucky Charms. And I wasn't paying attention. I was working on getting ready for my stream. And I died. And I'm kind of happy I did, because I noticed when I came back, you can see my inventory, I had 1, the emergency screwdriver, and 2, it looks like a sledgehammer, but it's a hammer. So, does it work though? It does. So we have, it's called an emergency hammer. Interesting. So just starting out now as a new player, you get an emergency screwdriver and an emergency hammer. Now, I did not even know this was a thing. I've read through the patch notes and updates. And I mean, I didn't read through every little thing, but I did not see this at all. This was not a thing. So we have a manufacturing tool. Oh, they renamed it. Okay, so the hammer is now called a manufacturing tool. Why didn't they change the look of them? I think they should have changed the look. I mean, if you didn't notice, there is a little bit of difference between the colors. They did say that they have now made it so tools show the material that they were built out of. So here's a cobalt pick and a cobalt pick. Well, that's not gonna help me much. Well, hold on. I thought I had. Here's an iron pick. I thought I also had one other one. Now hold for 5 seconds. Well, maybe 10 seconds while we look through all the boxes. There's an iron. Is that olivine? No, I think I have an olivine one somewhere. And I was thinking that might show a different color. They say that your tool will now show the color of material that it is made out of. So if you build a tool out of gold, it will now show as gold, which sounds kind of fun. You can get all kind of blingy with your tools if you'd like. I did not see. Oh, there it is. There's our olivine. Okay. So, here, let's take a look. 3. This is, if I remember correctly, now I'm trying to remember exactly what I made. Yes, this was the iron one, and that was the cobalt, and then the last one. So this is iron, kind of orange and gray. So exciting. Oh, see, it's more white, and then a black, darker black. Interesting. And then the olivine is green. Ah, so do you guys see that? The tools now are definitely different colors. I like it. I like it a lot. I was talking about this just a little while ago. It is great. Adding a starting hammer tool for new colonists and on respawn. Yeah, it's really kind of a great idea. I think it's definitely something that'll be nice for people just to have. Second to last on the list. Maybe I missed it. No big deal. It's there. It's cool. But I really like this. It's kind of neat that they have the tools now show different. Now, one of the biggest changes they made was with the crowbar. And I already have one because we like the crowbar. The crowbar saves us. And this is where we're going to get into the effect that we could possibly crash the game, because there were a lot of problems with crashing the server and piping and electrical. So we're going to do a little testing. Now, here is the new option. So when you get the crowbar out and we click on it, nothing happens. We can't repair it. But if we do Alt-E, now we pull up the pickup option, which was never there. We have craft, which was always there. And then we have salvage. So we can look at salvage, and it looks like we can select and salvage all the different materials that we want out of it. Now, I'm not sure if it will give us the rod in the box or what. So I want to try this just out of curiosity. Let's actually empty out our inventory just so we can see exactly kind of what we get. I want to try to make it as easy to see as possible. Oh, I have these NV tools. Let's ditch these. I know NV may be great for some people, but we're way past that stage. Way past that stage. We're rocking iron and cobalt and all sorts of other stuff. Oh, one other update real quick while we're here. So, check this out. So the welder before, it looked exactly like the picture. Look at it now. It has definitely changed. Are you seeing that? They changed the welder. It definitely looks cooler now. They definitely changed it, made it look nice. We do have here made it out of a couple different materials. And of course this one's half broken, so it's a little damaged. But definitely neat. They changed the look. They added that little canister on top. They changed the welder in hand. Kind of a neat little change, but definitely noticeable. I like it. Alright, We'll see if we can keep throwing everything in boxes, then we'll lose it all. We'll be lost forever, have problems trying to find it all. It's just the normal life that we live. I have this machine casing here that I made out of cobalt or anagarite last night. It is super, super heavy. It is pretty much too heavy to even like build with, more or less, because the welder fills up with weight. That's why I have 2 welders in my inventory. If you didn't watch the video, I tried to make a second welder that had a higher weight capacity, and I failed. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I kind of thought it would be a thing, but it didn't really seem like a thing, unfortunately. Alright, can we fit everything? No, we're maxed out on weight. Alright, we have just these last tools, which are not a big deal, because tools are not going to be spit out from picking up or resalvaging a tile mold. So I'm interested to just try it. Let's put this stuff up here. Now let's go back. I like the welder though. It looks cool. Alright. Salvage. We'll salvage all of it. Salvage? Okay, so let's check out the inventory here. Okay, so we got the medium box back, the medium iron bars, and the iron rod. Huh. So we literally could just craft another one if we want. That's interesting. So, I mean, usually you would think with a lot of games, when you actually salvage something, when you go to get it back or redo it, you know, you actually lose some materials. But here it looks like we're just not going to. We're going to just keep every material that we made it out of, which makes it nice because we could effectively salvage our press, spin it around hopefully, and redo it. Maybe. Let's take a look real quick. What does it even say? Machine casing, machine casing. So it does not say the rack, the original rack that we make it out of. It does not list that here, and I was curious about that. Because it has the machine casings, but it does not have the rack, but it has everything else. So interesting. Let's also do, the other new thing was they made it so you can pick these up. I've had this thing in my way for way too long. I am ready to have them moved. I was ready to have them moved on day 1 after we built this. So let's pick it up. Aha. I like a lot. Hey, what can you do with quartz? You can build stuff out of it. Let's see here. Oh no, I did it again. Ah. Oh no, I don't know if you watched last night. Oh, I was able to, wait, what? Can we access stuff from further away now too? Look, we can access stuff from further away. It looks like maybe not. At least the door I definitely can. I think they fixed something with the doors. Let's try this again. I'm curious to see what's going on here. Open. Interactions failing. Open. Close. Open. Close. Hey, look, they actually fixed the door so it's easier to even work. I don't know if they even talked about this in there either. I'm finding at least this one, definitely they may not have listed it. I do have open the list of changes, and I don't remember door mechanism being a thing. Please try the pipe connections. Oh my goodness, people are getting so excited. Now, we do need to play with our power real quick. We made a mess of power somewhere in our base. All this is nice, except for that little spot, I guess, actually. We have one little spot there. So we could fix that, but let's go check out. If you remember correctly, we had this system going. We were not able to pipe our oxygen into our storage tank. It's all hooked up. The pump is all hooked up. It's powered. We can see the light on it. So we go into here. We'll pull out our oxygen. And then we're going to go into piping. And we're going to drag the oxygen down into the empty slot. Now that means it should be piping in. And before, if we did this, it was crashing the server. Just messing around with this stuff. So far it looks good. I want to play with picking up some power stuff. Let's try it over here. Oh, we're gonna ruin some. I have some extra built though. Let's take a look at this. We have no oxygen in here. Let's just take a look. I know, it's exciting. And hello, Jonas, again. Thank you for coming to check out the video. Hopefully, this works. We were getting quite a bit of oxygen from our machine here and was working well. But it would be super nice to be able to hook up a couple tanks and hopefully get, you know, more or less an unlimited supply of oxygen, because I'm suffering. Are you guys seeing this? It's just at unlimited. It's stuck. Uh-oh, did we crash the server? Uh-oh. I'm worried. We crashed the server. Oh man, that did not take very long. The pump should be on, I think, but even here already, we just crashed the server. Alright, I apologize, but I did write a warning. Server crash 1. Alright, let's see if it actually crashed the server. That poor new person that's only been playing for a week, they're trying to play Rokh, figure out what to do with their quartz, and the server just randomly crashes on them. They're probably trying to expand their base and build a little bit bigger of a box. And we're over here playing around with some semi-high-tech piping and plumbing stuff, and we've crashed the server, and we're ruining the game for everyone. Yeah, I feel like, you know, we did make a little progress on some things. But, I mean, that's kind of sad. I mean, this is a brand new build. It's supposed to work. They specifically... Let me put this up so you guys can see it. And I do need another monitor already. I got too many windows, too much stuff that I'm trying to look over, get, you know, take advice with, figure out. I'm definitely going to be doing it soon. So here are the updates in the list. Try and make this a bit bigger for you guys so you can see it. What if they were the ones who crashed it? Maybe, who knows? So, showed on the left the chat feature, which we went over. Currently allows players to send global and private messages. So if you type at a person's name, you can show exactly, you know, a message just to a direct person, which is cool. I think the direct message option is really unique. I don't know if you guys can read this super well. It's kind of small. I hate messing around with size stuff though. There. We'll reset the zoom ability later. So we got that done with. We talked about the chat. Implemented the salvage feature. So crafted objects and tools can now be broken down back to recover their base materials. See, this says base for materials. I was thinking it would not recover back to the rod, the you know, block, the sphere. I was thinking it would break back down to base iron material. So I'm kind of interested, you know, to just understand that a little bit better. Craft and place workbenches can be deconstructed using salvage, allowing frames to be picked up. So it sounds like it will just leave the frame after you salvage the item. I do want to try this as well because I want to turn all of my machines to face the proper direction. I really want to. This features access in the crowbar. We went over that. We'll see if the server's back up real quick or if it really did crash. We did. We crashed the server completely. We did not give a chance at all for the server to work. We crashed it 100%. That's sad. They said they fixed it. Fixed server crash related to disconnecting items from our power grid. Fixed server crash related to specific power circuit setup. Fixed server crash related to connecting pipes and storage tanks. So this was the one. We just checked this off the list. This did not get fixed. I mean, we'll try again when we get back in. I intend to fully and see if we crash it again. If we do, they did not fix this item. This was not fixed, at least in my opinion. We'll double check, but this was a known issue and a big issue that we just tested there, and it did not, work. It definitely, I'm 99% sure we crashed the server. Fixed 2 additional crashes that were affecting server stability. They didn't give details on that. Fixed a crash when splitting stacks from one input slot to another. We did do that before and we crashed the server, so it's good to know they might have fixed that one. I don't think we'll do that too often, but every now and again it might come up. Fixed a crash when attempting to second interaction on an item before finishing the first. We never really ran into that too much. So that new machine that we made, that's the tier 4 machine, the magnetron you make out of there, it says now it can be crafted. So I'm kind of glad that we didn't try to craft that before. It also does say that the switches now work correctly. I've never played with the switches, but I am curious to play with them. I want to see how those work because it could really help our solar grids. We won't have to build so many solar panels. We can cut back a little bit on them. I mean, if we have, 3 or 4 tools there on a solar setup, if we can only run 2 of them and we need to run 2 of them at once, great. But 4 of them at once, especially if they're running like 200 watts each, you're going to be taxing your system because we can only travel 1,000 watts through the cable. So that one I do want to check. I really want to do that one because we could be already set up for all the solar we need, honestly. We could be really close or there. I'm thinking one more solar array or solar grid system, and we're pretty much done. Doors will now remain locked, so we're going to test that too, because now that we crashed the server, we can test, and that's why I left those 2 doors shut. I wanted us to, when we get back in, to be able to check and see if that is something that actually has been fixed. So we'll be able to check that too. The tile molds can be picked up, which is great. We did that. Fixed a number of floating, blah, blah, blah. Fixed backstory items. Okay, the tab key can now be rebound. Not that interesting. Audio settings are reverted when canceling the option menu if they were not applied. Cool. Improve the overall visual look of the pickaxe and assembly tool. So we should look at the assembly tool too. It seems like to me the welder changed. I'm 90% sure it did, or I'm just going crazy, but I think the welder changed. So if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm going to actually go back and watch some video later and double check that I'm 90% sure the welder has changed. Tools will now reflect visual and materials they are crafted from. So when you make a pickaxe from gold, it should now visually appear gold. That is cool. I do like that one. But let's see if our server came back up. I might, while this is going, look up last night's video real quick and check that welder. Because I used it an awful lot. I can just pull it up and we can look at it in an image. Yes, so right here, exit full screen. Pull it over. So if you guys didn't see last night, this is what the welder looked like originally last night. That's what we were at. That was our welder. So now we have that whole other additional tank on it that you saw. So there definitely has been a big change to the welder, and I'm actually really happy with it. I like the change. I say hats off. I like it. So a cool little update and change. It's not a huge one, but it's neat. Any little changes that are visually like that are cool. The more that they do, hopefully it does not make it worse. Here's our server back up. Hopefully two things. Hopefully, A, the doors are locked, because that's a big one for me. I still do worry about stuff disappearing. Last night I was looking through some stuff and I was going, I don't really want to, have my stuff go missing out of my base. So I would like to see that it is fixed and not an issue. Pickaxe from gold. The devs, I think, have little idea what metals are used for what. Yeah, I think that one sticks out a lot. People, of course, like gold, and it's a bright, shiny metal. So I think they were just thinking, we can put that on there. I mean, the difference between our cobalt and iron are very minimal. You'd have to have the two right next to each other. All right. Holy cow! Look at this. The party at the base last night was real. Like, check out what the heck? Look at. I gotta take some screenshots. Look at what happened last night at our base. Like, the party must have been crazy. Why was I not invited? I mean, look at all the bodies. They're all passed out from the party last night. Oh, that's crazy. There was just some serious partying going on. The solar panels must be like a neat feature. I don't know what it is about them, but they must give off a good heat. And so they figure, if they stay up there, they won't freeze to death or anything. All right, we crashed the server. The first test. We cannot open the door. Aha! Devs, congratulations. One thing seems to work effectively. Well, a few things seem to work effectively. Let's go back up here and look at our machine and see what it says it's doing. And let's see, look at the pump. Okay, the pump is now on. The pump was not on before. Okay. I thought it was on before, but now it is fully on. Let's look at our machine and see if we can crash the server again, right? Because we want to do that a lot. To infinity. And I don't know if I can't say beyond, but, to infinity and beyond. Alright, we're going to crash the server. I feel sorry for this other person if they're trying to get in right now and we crash the server in the first 10 seconds. I still think it's hilarious that there's bodies just appearing everywhere around the base. Do they have anything on them? Are they lootable? This one I could open. Interaction failed. Do you have any loot? I mean, that's what you do with dead bodies, right? Wait, is that another one? Look, here's another one. What the heck? There's some serious body issues around here. Like, here's another body. Look at all of them. Oh, this is hilarious. They're all facing the same way. I mean, why couldn't someone lay this way is my question. I'm sorry, I find this really funny. It is very peculiar. Alright, so we crashed the server the first time, but so far we seem to be making it. Uh-oh. I apologize. I just jinxed myself. Oh, hello, Larry. Thank you for coming over. I don't know. Like, I swear there was like a party at my base last night after I logged off, and I I don't know where they came from. It's really weird. A few seconds ago, or when we first were doing stuff, those weren't there, but now all of a sudden they're there. All right, I'm pretty sure we just crashed the server fully again for the second time. It does not seem that we want to play around with our infinite piping system. It's causing some troubles, which is sad. Ugh. I was hopeful that it would just work. You know, they said they fixed it. Come on, fix it. Well, oh well. Let's see here. I think I need to update kind of a list here of what doesn't work. So, door locks fixed. Just gotta type this in the description. Pipe and unlimited oxygen not fixed. Pick up the mold machine or the tile machine. Fixed. And the tear apart, breakdown, whatever, salvage. Yeah, we crashed it completely. That's crazy. Fixed. The salvage is fixed. I think those are all your dead bodies coming back from the grave for a little visit. You know, I did talk about it before that they might go ahead and just implement a little bit of zombie apocalypse on Mars. It might just be from all the different players. Alright, I'm now updating my video to say the 8.10 update has failed because we are crashing the server way too easily. We're not even trying hard. I mean, we've just crashed it. I do want to try picking up some wires. I am curious to see if that actually did anything. I really am curious to see. Rokh plus 7 DTH. Now that would be interesting. Yeah, that we could create our own game options. You know, I definitely was hopeful. I've had this dream of having lots of power at the base. I solved that last night by making 2 other battery storage devices. And I am pretty close to 100% sure that I could charge up all of my battery, you know, constantly and not run out all 3 of those machines. Especially if I rebuilt the first one and made it out of one of the lead batteries that I made. I could have so much battery power, it would be amazing. You know, I don't think we could run out at all. And I definitely will be doing that. soon enough. But until then, I mean, I still think that the three we have will not run out of power, and we'll just be able to continually charge our battery up on our suit and keep going. The next thing was, of course, water and oxygen. If we could, I have not played 7 Days to Die. If we could get the oxygen done with this piping out of one machine, I would build a second one to do water. If we could have the water and the oxygen, that would check off those other two items. The only thing then we would need to worry about is food and, of course, rad pills. It seems from this update that they definitely are not, too crazy worried about, the food option, but still something to be in the future. Now, I did see one interesting thing about this update, and I wanted to show you guys this. So here is my update list. And this shows two different games that just updated. Now, this Ark update just happened after a number of other Ark updates. So this is actually a small update. This is not even a big update. But look at the size difference. 514 megabytes, 261 megabytes. This is a small to medium update for Ark, and this is the actual update to their system. It's not a mod update or anything else. This is an actual update that they did. But that just gives you an idea that this update was very small, actually, in perspective. The normal big updates that Ark do, they're over a gig of size. So I don't know exactly what Rokh did 100% in this update, but it's not a lot of data. It is definitely a little bit of data, but it's not a huge update. Now, they said this was the biggest update that they've done so far, which could be correct. I haven't checked, seen exactly how big megabyte wise all of them are, but this is still rather small. This tells me that they really did not change that much in the game. Now, I could be wrong and that this maybe is a little update after the big update, but I checked and I looked, and as best as I can tell, this was the full update. And if it's only 261 megabytes, that's really small actually. So it kind of makes me a little concerned that they didn't get that much completed and that there still is a lot to fix, which we're kind of finding out right now. So, Ark, you can tell that's a decent sized update. That's a pretty small update, and maybe they didn't get everything fixed. I thought this was really interesting, and I hope that you guys kind of find that interesting too. But Ark is a pretty big and advanced game. There's quite a bit into it. It's been out for a longer time, but this is just a small update to the update. This is a full update. Normally, this would be 2 to 3 times in size. I would have expected this to be a lot bigger. I would have expected this to be 3 times the size of an update. That just goes to show that honestly, somewhere in there, they didn't change that much in my mind, in my opinion. I don't know 100% of all of it, but it's just a numbers game. At some point, the more things they change and the more they do, it's going to add more and more data to the update. And it just doesn't seem like they did really that much. So I don't know. I'm interested to check out a few other things here, but I don't really want to crash the server nonstop. I kind of want to actually try to accomplish a few things. So it's kind of, sad to me that we're already running into issues. Sean, given all the materials available, which would you choose to build a solid state battery from? Uh-oh. Larry wants to yell at me for my iron battery. My lead battery. My lead battery still produces 5 to 6 times, almost 6 times, but it's like 5 times the capacity of the other battery. So I mean, I definitely think that it's a success. That's a huge success. 5 times the opportunity for charging. That's great. I know there could be a little bit of a better one, or there could be a lot better one. I don't know. I have not looked around the internet. The whole point of doing what I did last night, and if you watch the video, it was just pure, simple exploration and what you should be doing with a game like this. Trying combinations of stuff, just playing with it, and really just kind of having fun with it and not worrying about having maybe the very best thing or whatever else. I did learn a lot from last night in trying to craft the things that I did. It really was very informative to me, and it's helping me learn in a lot of ways. But there are so many materials in this game. I I don't even know. I would imagine there's probably 20, maybe 30 materials, maybe even more. It's something that we're definitely going to spend more time with, along with our dead body friends here. And we're going to just keep learning and figuring it all out and playing with it to see what can continue to help us. Would you choose the least conductive material like lead, or would you opt for one that is more conductive? You know, I could definitely, if you would like to, I'd say lead, magnesium, or magnesium silver. They have the best energy capacity. So, I would go ahead and take the opportunity if someone is really interested to have me try crafting something out of a set material. I'd be game to try to check it out. See, look, our pump is broken now. It's not even connected. This was an issue that I was having before when I was trying to do this. Let's see if we can just get this off of this. Empty it. I can't remember how I did this before. There we go. Okay, we got rid of that. Now go back. Just oxygen. And go unlimited and craft. So that should not crash the server. That's how we had it set up before. It shouldn't. I hope so. It took me a couple tries before to do that. I hope that it will save the setting. It really kind of is annoying that it doesn't. Let's empty our storage tank. Lead is a great map for a solid state battery. It seemed to work for me. I mean, I got tons of availability out of it. I mean, that's what I built my solid state battery out of, was lead, and it's 12,600, capacity. It, it seems good. It seems to work. Power isn't connected to the reclaimer. I think it is. Let's check. It was crafting. Yeah, we're powered. Uh-oh. I don't see numbers going up. We might have crashed the game again. Come on. I hope not. Yeah, we did. Dang it. Well, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to come onto Rokh today and be pleasantly surprised with fixes and corrections and make it so that the game overall had really changed and we could see that. I'm thinking we need to go in at this point and kind of update and notify and change, kind of comment on some stuff. So what I'm doing now, just if you really want to know real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and go on here, and I'm gonna list it right now that the update was a fail, in my opinion. Whoop. We'll see if we can get that to post and do that. So, yeah, dump it in their Discord as well. It's not a bad idea. I do have their Discord available. I'll put that in Discord. We'll see what happens. It looks like we even have. Whoop. Jonas is in the Discord right there. People are commenting at him. He's been going over it. So, let's see if we can possibly get this to come back up. I am curious to see if we can make, any or much progress at this point. I feel like the game has the potential. We have availability. It'd just be nice if we could get on the server and do some stuff. Stop using the gas reclaimer. I need oxygen. If I don't, it works somewhat well. They said it would be fixed, so that's why I'm testing it out. But I want the oxygen from it. It produces the oxygen which we need, and I really want. All I want is the oxygen out of it, and I need that. Or I have to. If I don't have that working, I have to go down and get oxygen from the boxes or craft a bunch, which means I have to go get water. It's kind of a lot more of a long situation. So that's why I've been trying to work on that thing so much and have it working, because it just checks off that other box of power, oxygen, and then water. If I can check off those three boxes, my life will be so much easier, and we can focus a lot more on, hey, let's, really look and see what's going to make the best battery. Like I was saying last night, yes, there are some materials that would make better stuff, but if I'm streaming a video and it takes us 20 minutes just to walk out to go pick up a material and walk all the way back, and then we need more water and oxygen, so then we have to walk out and go get more of that and then come back, the episode or the video would be 5 hours long, and we really wouldn't accomplish anything. And so I guess I do want to just let you know right away, I do apologize greatly that I cannot try to make everything the best it can be because of video processing. Because of the time it takes for everything. It definitely is, it's sad, but that's just the way it is at this point. So I do apologize for that. Alright, let's see if we can get 12 back up here, and we'll play around with some other stuff. All the devs died at Kevin's base trying to make the pipe and wiring unglitch. Maybe that's what happened. Can't even log in on my own server. Oxygen is essential. That's where they all went. They had a party at Kev's base thinking they had it all worked out, and then when they saw it, yeah. So what happened is they did the update, they came and had a party, and then unfortunately they needed oxygen, and the machine wasn't working, and they all died. And you have a few people up on the roof that were trying to fix oxygen, and you had all the other ones that were running away, trying to, of course, go get water to convert it and make oxygen, and just everyone died right there. I like that story. We might do that for tomorrow's screenshot. That sounds fun. A ritual suicide, yeah. It definitely. I really. It's a challenge for me right now, guys, because I want to test out electrical wiring. And I know it sounds really risky, but I want to put some down. I want to pick it up. I want to play with it a little bit and see if that even works, because that's a huge thing. And we have some that's messed up on our roof that I would like to correct and fix so it was, placed better and it was nice and perfect. But at this point, I think we've crashed the server 3 times. We've wasted this time just dealing with the crashes that they said they were going to fix. And it's brutal. I mean, unfortunately, it's not where we want it to be. It's not how we want to be playing. I mean, we would just want to play the game, of course. And that's the complication of any game, especially when there's issues. You come to a game to relax, to have fun, to just enjoy it. And I do thank you guys for sticking with me. It definitely does help me just kind of, have a little bit of an easier time with it, because I have you guys to talk to. I hope you guys, make it or have it a little bit easier when you can, talk to me, and we can kind of just, get over these times. I apologize to you, Kev, if I stand corrected on the validity of the lead solid-state battery. I admit the only battery I've ever made was potatoes. Yeah, if they come out with food, Larry, and you're fine, Larry. Don't worry about it. I mean, I read your comment, and I was kind of thinking, I agree. There probably is something better out there, but I feel like I made a really big or good improvement over the original, which is what I needed and what I really wanted most of all. So, I definitely understand where you were coming from, and I hope you understand where I was coming from. And also just overall, like I was saying with the videos, I don't think a lot of the time I'm ever going to make stuff out of the best material. I'm just going to sometimes grab whatever's close and easy at hand and build out of it, instead of spending all my time crossing the map. If they come out with a motorcycle or a car, and I can travel fast, pick up my material, and come back, we'll have a major change, and it'll be an amazing change, because we could then do it in a much more timely manner. If they do come out with potatoes, I will try to build a battery out of potatoes or lemons. I will work on that. Yeah, it was just an experiment, and I truly enjoyed last night just playing with materials, and it was a lot of fun. Alright. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh each and every time I come back to base right now. It is funny. It is really funny. Oh, I just gotta snap another shot here. Yeah, I know it's inefficient, and that hurts me too. I am hurt by that on a great, matter, but I don't know exactly what I need to do to fix that. And so I will. What the? We have another body in the floor. Do we have the body underneath right here too? No. See, isn't that weird? The body that we did yesterday, that I actually did, was underneath the floor right here, or yesterday or the day before. But we have one over here, and they're growing. The dead bodies are growing. Yeah, lithium could definitely be the way to go. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really seen lithium. Alright, let's see if we can do a jump in a screenshot here. Alright, we're getting low on oxygen. Let's see if we can get power here. So there's 92. That's plenty. I was going to say, let's use the other out of this one. But so far, we're keeping up okay. I feel sad. Like, I wanted oxygen. Oh, I don't want to mess with it. I want to try to just go on for the moment and see if we can change the machines around. That's my next thing. And if we crash it, I apologize as all could be. Oh, there's oxygen. Did you guys see that? Oxygen. We got some. Okay. We need to find our reclaimer and our whatever device that converts water into oxygen, because we're going to need it. We're going to need it badly. Here it is. And we got a wrench. We do not have iron on us, which is what that's made out of. I do not see iron. We have pickaxes. Oh, there's iron. Okay, now we're going to need water soon. Water, where are you? Do we have any water? I don't even know. I think we got to go harvest water, to be honest with you guys. And I apologize. We do know where the closest node is, though, fortunately. Let's place this tile maker down real quick somewhere. I don't really want it there. Let's just put it over here. This is not a bad spot. Let's put it right next to the door. Nah, let's put it right there. We got 3 tiles there. We got 3 tiles there. It's just a perfect square. Let's put it like this. There we go. We got our tile maker. Maybe we should name the base Boot Hill. Build some tiles over the bodies and throw up some crosses. I wonder if you can use water. I wonder if one is my body or what happened while the body's all over the place. I don't know exactly why there's bodies all over the place. Like, there are a lot. Like, here's 2, here's a 3rd, there's a 4th. I don't see any others. There are 2 up here. There is 1 in the floor there. I mean, there are bodies everywhere randomly. It's like a graveyard. He went PvP on the devs, Wolf. I'm saying it was a late night party. Like, after I built and worked on some stuff and everyone got all excited, someone was partying heartily and things went a little crazy. And then they thought they fixed it all, and they didn't, and they died because the oxygen machine wasn't working. That is going to be another great thing. If we can make one of those that has a better efficiency, that will really matter a ton. So it is something that we are going to work on. We're going to work on a lot to try to make that, reclaimer as powerful as possible, because we're going to live off that thing. I mean, I think it's going to be to the point where we'll need multiples, but if we can, we're going to try as much as possible just to use the one. So we need oxygen. We have a lot of water. We have a lot of other materials. We need oxygen at this point really badly. I am really close to out of iron, at least my inventory, so I can't repair my tool a bunch. But we're light on weight, so we should be able just to grab as much water as we can, haul it back to base. We should have enough iron there to repair and just keep going. Yeah, it looks like they're planking. That is exactly what they're doing. They're planking up there. Passed out drunk planking. Alright, where is that water? The super bright water node. There it is. I hope it's not so bright today. I do like the look of the pick. It looks cool. Oh, it's not so bright today. Still a bit bright, but not super bright. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get 100% of this. We should be able to hold it, not worry about it, and we can move on. Black Rabbit just said he checked server 14 and his whole base is gone. Oh man, that is unfortunate. I wonder if they did have to clear servers or do anything crazy. I am happy at least that our base is still here. It may have challenges, it may be imperfect, but it's at least here for now. I feel bad for Black Rabbit. I mean, that stinks. Like, we definitely would never want that to happen. I'm trying. We're really low on weight right now, so we're doing really good. Water, fortunately, is lightweight. Now, with the changes they have made, it is very possible that they could obviously run some more little updates. Yeah, it still is pretty bright, but it's not super bright today. Is that the awesome cobalt pick? The previous one? I worked last night on making a couple kind of updated picks because now we have the roll bender. I think it was last night. Can't even remember. But this one that I was first using, the one that was getting 55, oh, my mouse has disappeared. Ugh, sometimes it's a pain. There we go. So this one is a cobalt with an iron clamp, because we cannot actually make the clamp out of cobalt. That is a thing. And I do have another one that's just all iron. And then this one was the olivine one. I just decided to use it up. So the great one is that cobalt pick. How much water did we get? 4,200? I'm thinking let's just mine it all. Let's just mine it all as much as it would give us, and then we'll be done. See the difference though? The cobalt was giving us 55 per. This one's 37. The olivine, I don't remember exactly what number it was. So, let's check weight. Oh, we're fine. I'm surprised this is still giving us materials. I figured it would be broken by now, but man, it is going good. Check weight. Look at that, we're up to 6,000 water. We might be able to actually stay alive for a while, everyone. $6,400. And we broke it. Alright, well, 6,400. Holy moly. That's amazing. Yeah, that is a cool. We could definitely build one of those. That's not a bad idea. It'd be fun. So we need the oxygen. And we're just gonna list 7 in here because whatever it'll do, it will break first before it'll do that. So I think about 7 is the max. We'll let it craft up a whole bunch. Probably 8 or 9. Well, probably 9 is the max that it will do. So at this point, we're going to need a lot of it just because we cannot accomplish that task. Hopefully it will work fine and we could, really make some progress on getting oxygen. It still is our #1 challenge. Like drinking water, it lasts a lot longer. The oxygen definitely is consumed a lot faster. So I'm hoping that we can get oxygen figured out because that is, after power, our #1 challenge. Power we've pretty much solved, but oxygen still is haunting us constantly. Constantly, except for when we pick up a whole bunch like that. Then oxygen is a lot better. Weight is still good. Machine is done making it. Let's go back in. Probably can make 2 more. So let's just throw that in there. We still have 5,000. I mean, that's nice. Alright. What it looked like, it would weigh more than 3 times any other pick. Yeah. I do really like the Enagrit. It's a really cool material, but man, it is heavy. It is crazy heavy. It is just a whole different, ballpark when it comes to moving stuff around and building and doing everything. Definitely is a challenge. So it's been interesting, to say the least, just dealing with that material. I don't know if I would recommend it for building a base, but if you put your tile machines right next to the nodes and craft it from there, it would be a lot better. You know what? We actually have enough power. We could use a flashlight now. We don't need it, but I think we have enough power. I'm not afraid to use it. Go! Fly! We're not flying very well. Alright, let's get the oxygen. Oxygen for a day or so. Alright, can we fly up here? Rads would be an issue if you weren't dying left and right. Yeah, they definitely, I mean, I don't think we're dying a ton, but yes, we have died a few times. And to be honest, some of it is experimenting, and some of it is pure time saving. Just for episodes like this, where we would have to go down, spend time regathering stuff, I'm still trying, my best to make this. We're not gonna get up here. I'm trying to make this realistic and show my failures, but at the same time, I want you guys to be able to, see the game semi-quick as possible. It would just take a lot longer if we were constantly going down here to pick up all the resources that we needed. I don't know if we've ever gone up over here before. This could be a bad idea. We're gonna check it out though, see what it looks like. Oh, this actually looks pretty good. Oh, maybe not. Alright, let's try flying up here. This is a problem. You're experimenting, trying new things, and you maybe hit a little snag. If we can make it up to like that spot right there, we might be pretty good. Or even up to any of these spots. Can we jump up here? No. Okay, fly. Okay, fly a little bit at a time. Jump. Oh, it's kind of like stairs here. Look at it. It actually is like stairs almost. We're like hopping up here. It's interesting. You know, it's definitely something I haven't seen before. That was cool. Different way to get up here. Alright. Unfortunately, it puts us a little farther away from home, but home is still pretty dang close. We're not that far away. Man, it is dark. Uh-oh. We're stuck on an invisible. I was like, don't tell me we crashed again. I'm not even doing anything. So hopefully we'll see some quick patches come out. Hopefully. They took an extra week to do this actual update. So if they're still in, of course, fixed mode, which hopefully they are, the thing that I worry about is I wonder if they've really actually even figured out the solutions to some of the problems. It seems like they are still working on a few of them. But hopefully they could do that, get it figured out, and we can have unlimited oxygen forever. That's my goal. It's my hope. I'm curious to see eventually when we get the system set up if the tank will actually hold a ton of oxygen, and literally we could live all day off of just one machine producing oxygen for a tank. It would be really neat to see. So, another patch, quick, stop joking. Yeah, I mean, we can hope. I hope. How much power? Oh, 100%. Nice. That works. Alright, now we've failed on some ends. Now, I did want to talk to you guys about one particular thing that I was hopeful for that does not seem to be useful at all. So we have the welder, right? And it builds all of these many things. And we use a lot of this stuff all the time. Like, we have the solar panels, we have the power sockets, we have the machine casings, all these items. We have distilling pipe, there's all these different items that we make with this handheld welder. And it's super nice to have all this availability in one tool. But it means that we break this tool a lot. And it also has a rather low weight capacity. So, I thought when we built the arc welder that it was going to give us the same abilities, kind of like when we have the hammer, now we have the power press. They're kind of similar. They pretty much craft all the same stuff, more or less. So this is like an upgraded hammer. So then we have the drill. Now we have the upgraded drill, and it produces, pretty much all the same stuff. So I thought when we made the welder that the arc welder would do the same stuff. But when we actually look in the arc welder, if we could open it, there we go, we get a lot less stuff. Like the machine casing, we have the insulated casing, but there's no machine casings. There are some of the tanks, the rotors, the jets, there are some of these materials, but there are far more that's actually in the handheld welder. So it's kind of sad that we do not have everything that we would want or need. Is this better than Planet's Nomads? Marcus, I'm not familiar with Planet Nomads. That game does not ring a bell to me, so unfortunately I'm not familiar with it. If you really like kind of nitty-gritty crafting games where you have to actually watch the different, properties that you're crafting from. So like iron, you open it up and you look at it, it shows you all the different like properties it has, the density, the melting point, the boiling point, the heat capacity, all these different little attributes. This is very complex with all the crafting, because then after the iron, we go down to any other material, and it of course has all of its different properties. And at a certain point, you want to figure out what property or what material is best to make into your insulator, which one is best to make into your beam, to then finally craft and create this tool. So, yeah, this is a very kind of advanced crafting game. It's not really set up and made for children. I would think. I think children would just start throwing stuff together and they wouldn't get as much out of this game. So just again, I'm kind of disappointed in this machine. I was hopeful that I could craft pretty much everything that the welder can, but I can't. The list is about 1.5 long. It's not even that. And when we go on the welder and look at the welder's list is way bigger. Automatic blade to automatic blade to distiller pipe to distiller pipe. It's almost three. It's almost another third bigger. It's got a lot of stuff in it. But we can't make a lot of this stuff in the arc welder. So I am kind of disappointed in that machine. I really was hopeful that it would give us the availability and the crafting power of the welder, but in a stationary tool. So I really want to try to pick up one of these and place it differently. I hope, I'm thinking actually, let's start with the press, because if I pick up one of these and I break it and I cannot rebuild it, it is really gonna suck. The metal press is a lot easier to make, and we could deal with losing that and rebuilding it. It is used a ton, but we could rebuild it a lot easier. So we're gonna try and not break it and make it work, so we can rotate it and do it how we would want to do. So hopefully this does not break anything. I hope. Does it leave the casing? No. Okay, so we need to remake the frame. That's kind of what I thought. Let's... medium rods are what we need. I was kind of hopeful it wouldn't do that. I mean, can't I hope? And we'll need a rivet gun, because that's where we make the frame. So we need to go back to make our isn't it the 2x1 or is it the 2x2? The metal press, a 2x2, which is 3, 6, 7, 8 medium rods. Okay. So we were able to reclaim our item, but at the same time, we've still wasted materials. So more crafting than exploring. Yes, it's definitely more built around crafting and surviving at this point. That's just at this point. I definitely do think in the future it could be more around the actual exploring aspect of it, but right now, currently, it is all about crafting in, kind of a tedious manner. That's really what it is at this point. It did say so you can move the frame, so they fixed one thing, bugged another. Yeah, I mean, they made it so you can't actually, move the frame. And probably when the frame is just placed down, we could move it, but we can't pick it up. And that's kind of, 3/4 of the thing. I mean, let's have the frame there so we could actually deal with it. All right, I think we have just enough rods here. We don't need to craft any. Did I have iron in there? No, it's zinc. There's our iron, or some iron at least. Alright. The game, there's iron. Oh, now we've heavy. Yes, now we're overweight. Okay, let's make a frame real quick so we can make it metal press. Alright, and one in there. one in here. There's some more iron rod. Put one in there. And one more. Very nice. At least we had enough stuff to remake it real quick. I mean, obviously we could have made it out of the raw materials also. We did have that, but it's just nice to be able to try to get it done a little quicker. Can we put our water away somewhere? We need to find a box that's empty-ish. An emptiest box is a dream at this point. Here we go. No? Okay, let's just put half. 2,000. Very nice. Okay. Don't tell me we crash again. Let me out. Thank you. Okay. Whew. The arc welder is great for building that huge transmission tower, but disappointment in crafting any other useful items. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like, yes, it is a neat thing, and it's gonna make it so we can make these high-end radio antennas, but what those are actually gonna do, who knows? And I really almost don't care. Like, I just want to build the right material, the right item. Okay, so it seems like every time we build something, it places backwards. So I'm gonna try to rotate this 180 degrees if I can. And see if that places at the front. Unfortunately, I mean, at this point, if this does not craft properly, I don't think I'm going to change it again, because, I mean, we just have to keep making these. I mean, eventually, sometime, yes, maybe we would. Let's just make sure we got all of our materials here to actually do this. So we have our medium bar, our machine casing. We had 2, which is good, because we can do the upgraded. Did we already have? We have a power socket. Was one of these our upgraded one? I'm just curious now. No, they would be both the same. I'm just wondering where we put that really heavy machine casing. I was going to say, we could put that in here. Definitely don't need it. Power socket. See, I mean, at this point, yes, I could add other stuff into this, which would be good. But I was hopeful we could just change things kind of on the fly as we opened up and wanted to adjust. We could get back to this menu and upgrade our tools. An upgrade option would be really nice, just to have a little bit more availability with everything. It doesn't seem like that's going to be true. I'm just going to put this one in here so I can use this single one by itself versus these 2 that are stacked together. The stack is nice, it takes up a little less space. Alright, the metal press already works really fast, really good. I'm not worried about any of the upgrades right now. I just want to see if it's going to place. It's completely backwards now. We placed it 100% backwards. We can't win. You know, it would just be nice to be able to rotate it. just rotate it around. Yeah, we're just not gonna be able to do it. So, I liked it sideways better. Unfortunately, we seem to be able to access it good, but it's hard to tell what it even is when it's backwards. So, devs, some things complete, some things not. You know, for today, guys, I do think this is going to be about the episode. I want to play with some other stuff, but I'm just afraid of crashing the game a lot more. I'm kind of disappointed. Make the rods first. Make the rod first, quick, if you move it. Yeah, could do that, obviously. Definitely could do that. We could make 16 rods or whatever out of the machine. Okay, let's do that. I am thinking I want to end the episode here a little bit early. You know, I want to get on here and I want to accomplish some other things, but I'm kind of a little bit bummed out right now about not being able to do everything kind of how I was hopeful to be able to do it. I was hopeful that things would work and we'd be able to make some progress. I'm kind of a little bit bummed out about it. I kind of want to, play eventually around with crashing the server a million times with our capabilities of getting oxygen. It is a big thing, but let's go ahead, and I'm planning on not doing this correctly another time, so we're going to do 16. And we're going to throw our iron in here and craft it, because I'm just sure we're going to mess up our rack, but I'd like to try to do this and see if we could get it done. I think we might make 2 racks anyways, just because there's got to be another item in there that we can craft and make from that size of a rack. It is so much faster making it out of this press. It would be interesting to even upgrade it and see how much faster it would be, but already, like, it's quick. It is a little bit of an earlier one. I'm planning on probably going over and streaming a little bit of Ark and seeing if that works. I might come back to Rokh a little bit later on tonight. I'm just, as I said, I kind of am a little bit disappointed with their update. I was hopeful and excited for the update. I was looking forward to it, expecting some great things, and just kind of been let down a little bit here. So we are going to make 2 of these racks. So I'm just, at this point, I just want to kind of do this, try to figure it out a little bit, see if we can make this machine at least turn around right. I don't think it's probably honestly not even worth my while. I'm not even going to bother. I've changed my mind. I'm okay-ish with it backwards. We'll just make 1 extra one and place it down. One other thing that I was thinking about was the power socket. But okay, I've changed my mind. One other thing that we're gonna mess with. We're gonna mess with the power socket. I wanted to see if that would work, and I've never built one before. I've never done it. So we're gonna do that real quick. I'm kind of a little bit bummed out. I want to win. So devs, please have made the power socket so it works. I don't even know where we make it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it works. I've never even seen it before. So I'm not sure where it is. Here, that's the power socket. Where's the power switch? Power switch, transformer. Yeah, the switch. That's what I mean, is the switch. Does anyone know where the switch is? I didn't see it. I kind of expected it to be here. Power switch. They said that was another thing they fixed, and to me that is a great thing to check out. There's the switch. Okay, there's the switch. So we need a circuit breaker. Circuit breakers made in the welder. Okay. So let's see how easy this is to make. The circuit breaker. Was that down at the bottom? No. Oh, we're in the hammer, not the welder. So, circuit breaker. There it is. Sheesh. Okay. Tad slow there. On my part, that is. Oh, you're fine, Sean. Don't worry about it. Between the chat and everything else, it's a little bit off. So, we need a small rod. And this shouldn't, I want to say it shouldn't matter for electrical stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, probably does at some point for effectiveness and whatever else. I mean, that's how this game goes. So I want to make 3-ish of these. The small rod, I'm thinking we can just make it out of iron, though. I think we had a bunch. Let's go and check it out. Let's check the storage boxes. Small iron rod. There we go. There's a bunch. And here's some more small rod. Very nice. Now, we have wire on us, or we had wire. Let's figure out where we put the wire. Next box. Next box. There's copper wire. Easy, simple. And there is some iron coil. I kind of thinking copper coils. Just go copper, keep it all the same with wires. That's what I'm thinking. Copper coils. And I should have some. There's 2. Do we have any copper, or should we go mine some copper? Copper. Where are you, copper? Let's grab some water. We have water. Let's grab this, pull it up. Oh, not that water. This water. And drinking water, pull that over. I do not know if I have any extra just copper sitting around anywhere. Nope, I would say not. Alright, so we're going to have to go get a little bit of copper. It's not really a big deal. Let's just grab a pick here. We'll go grab some real fast. Luckily, it's not far. What's our weight? Weight is building up, of course, because we have a lot of materials on us. This box is full. Let's try to ditch the rest of that water. It is a great resource, but it is annoying. Alright, there we go. That should lower our weight a fair amount. Is there anything else we could get rid of? Oh, we actually have lots of drinking water, so let's get rid of that too. Okay, let's go grab a little copper, and we'll make our coils, and we should be pretty good. Copper is this one. We shouldn't need a whole lot. I mean, we're just trying to make a few switches. I didn't really check to see exactly what the other materials were that we needed for the next stage, but I think we'll be okay. We'll figure it out as we go. Let's get rid of the crowbar. Get the manufacturing tool. It's not the hammer anymore. It's a manufacturing tool. It's a little different. And coils. Let's make 4, 5, 5. If these things work, and they work well, we will definitely be using them, and it'll be great. But if they don't work at all, I think we're going to be in for a sad just wires and circuit breakers. Okay. Oh, check weight. Quick. Okay. Whew. I didn't want to be overweight. I really don't want to be overweight. Oxygen. We got lots. Loving it. Okay, that should be plenty of copper for a good while. So we got those crafting up. We'll get that. Let's grab our welder. Double check it. So we got the rod. We got the coils. Okay, we're going to make 4 of these. 4. 4 sounds like a good number. Wire. Coil. And small rod. Small rod. We'll put that one in there. Alright, 4 circuit breakers. And then we'll hopefully be able to make 4 switches. Yeah, the server didn't wipe. Yep, it didn't wipe. We're still here. Making progress with what we can. Alright, so just wires. We're going to try to make 4 of these. Let's see, where is our wire? In there. In there. And now the circuit breakers. 4 here. So this should make 4 switches. I'm not sure how these even mount. Like, that's my biggest complication that I have, I guess, thinking of these, is that I want the switch to be on, like, the front of the machine, and I don't know if that's how they work. If they don't, I'm kind of disappointed in them. 5? Say I'd like it to mount right there on the front, right there. That's, I mean, or down here. See how they have the on and off buttons? Like, why can't we have the on and off buttons? Is Rust Day for me, but maybe I'll hop on later. So I really don't know. I don't get it. I guess you have to run the wiring through the switch and then turn the switch on and off? It just seems annoying. So let's put a switch down here. And now let's grab some wire. And we should be able to run it. No? Okay. A switch can toggle energy transfer between adjacent objects on or off. This item must be placed on a tile and attached to a wire network. But I can't run the wiring. Weird. Like, I figured I could put the switch there and then put some wiring next to it, but it doesn't seem like the case. Let's take a look if we can pick it up. Oh, please, game, please. I just want to be able to pick up the switch now. 3. Tile attachment. Pick up without crashing. Okay. So what if should we put the wiring first? I'm just afraid if we put the wiring there, we can't put the switch down on there. Like, do I have to literally have a 2-space gap between machines to make something even work? I mean, that takes up 3 tiles if I was going to do that. I'd have to come out here, put the switch here, and then come out here, and then go back down in there. That's annoying. Like, I don't even want to be messing around with this much, because I'm just going to put that there, put that there. It's like I need to pick up this tool and move it back another space, but then I just have all this wasted space in between. What if... What if I went like that, put the switch there, then came down, and then came out? We've never really checked to see if wiring works to the side very well, though. Think of it like a valve in your tank piping. I am, but I want this to be placed in a smaller area, and it's just not going to allow me. Because I want to be able to put a switch and all the wiring on one tile. And it makes sense that I should be able to put wires out to the left and out to the right, and then put the switch in the middle. But I have to put a whole tile of wiring, like this one back here, then put the switch, and then put another tile of wiring to connect to the next machine. I have to have a huge space or gap in between them to make it work. Put it on the wall behind the machine. Yeah. I can't get around there to place the wiring. It's just it's more complicated than I thought it would be. It's just not as easy as I thought it would be. I thought I could leave a one space gap and that would give me the availability to change things, but it doesn't seem so. And I'm afraid if I do this, that it will... Alright, let's try. If I go up there, then I go across and back down, I could turn on and off a couple machines. Or run the wire on the floor. So it says to adjacent tiles, so you're just thinking if I put wire like this, and then I put the switch there. Get rid of it. Powered. Powered. I mean, everything's powered. I don't think that'll do anything. It says to adjacent tiles, like it would, you know, be to that one in the back. So I wonder if I go like this, can I can't reach that stupid tile there in the back middle. I can't reach it. I'm too close. It's... Oh wait, there it was. There it was. Did you see it? There it was. Okay. So now, are we gonna work? So we should have no power now, right? But we're powered. It's definitely not like you might think, maybe. Or it's just me, of course. So, pick up switch. Alright, we're going to try this. Workbench. I cannot access the wiring. Wait, there it was. Workbench. Wiring. Workbench. Ah, you're annoying. The fifth one in. One, two, three, four. The fifth one in. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. Yeah, the wiring's coming from this side. I was hoping it would be like a dual wiring system like you'd think in a house, or you can have it so you could have a two-way switch where you can go from one to the other simply, and you can block it. Alright, let's try. So I think I get the idea of how this is supposed to be. It's just going to take up a lot of room, and I don't really want to take up that much room. Like, you can go like this, then come out, put the switch, now come out some more, go back, come over, and now we're out of wiring. Here's two more copper wire. Go back, and now will it work? I mean, that makes sense, but I had to run all that wiring when I want to just do it on one tile. No power. No power. 4. Wires on the outside of the wall to the tile, then through the tile to switch, then to machine. Yeah, we could definitely change it. At least on a good node. No, cancel. Hello. I mean, in a good... I mean, we didn't actually pick up wires directly. We powered now? No. I mean, that should work. We had wires just there before and it was powered. Let's just try picking this up. Usually this would break the server before too, so we're just gonna try it. We need to go back outside to our 5th one over and grab that wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, it looks like we're actually able to pick up wires though. Okay, here's the next idea. Whoop. We're just gonna place this as simply as possible and see if this will work. I don't know, and I think we've actually burned through a lot of our wire. Now we have a fair amount of wire, it's just all in single bundles. But we're gonna need some more wire. Let's grab this. We always need more wire. And copper. Craft that up. Eat some dried mangoes. Get some water to drink. Oxygen. Water. It would be nice if they had a remote use option just in your inventory, just to make life a little easier for you. Just right click and either say like use or whatever. Oh, look at that, full charge. It's beautiful. So this time I'm just gonna run power that's gonna come out and up, around and down and in. It'll be as simple as possible. And ugly, but it'll be simple. Let's leave that there, we might need it. Copper. What do you use to connect regular wire? It just connects. You just make sure the connection goes from like the top and then rotate it around to the bottom. So you just connect it. So let's actually just do this. So we should be able to put our switch in the middle. 4. Alright, we powered? We are powered. Okay, you all saw it. We are powered. Now, if we just remove this item in the middle and we place down our switch. Now, are we powered? No. Now, if we turn on our switch, are you powered? No. Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. We powered it perfectly well with just the wires. We put in the switch and we cannot power it. Did we use all of our switches? No, they're here. We used, yeah. Does anyone see anything wrong? So 3 wires per box. Well, it's not 3 wires, it's 2. If you want to pass through, so here, just so you're aware, Nathan, you want to do the, for running wire from this machine out, you'd want to do the one that's facing up, just like that, and then you can scroll it and rotate it to the one facing down if you need to run wire this way, and you need to do the 2 per line, the 2 per. The square one in the middle, that is the pass-through option. So if you're passing through the ceiling, like up there, you see how that's a square? We're passing through the ceiling, and that's why we use the square option. Okay, is when you want to pass through the ceiling. Other than that, you can just go ahead and use the normal lines of wire. It's only when you're using the square you're doing the pass-through feature. So it looks like the switch is broken as well. So, kind of disappointed. I was hopeful to have that working. We are going to leave this here in case by chance it magically decides to work on its own. I mean, if anything, it at least gives us some cool lighting effects. We can put these around the base, and we can, turn them on and off. Can we see details of it? No, it doesn't show anything. It just lets us turn it on and off. Yeah, I don't know if, that was just probably learned early on when we first did wiring. We, kind of learned that, I think, season 1. I don't know if you went back to season 1, but so we have the wire and then the squares that pass through to go through the tile to the other side. So you just rotate it with your mouse wheel for the wire placing, and then the squares to pass through. Same thing for the piping. The piping, it looks like a four-way, this four-way connector pipe. That on the end is the pass-through. It is a little different than what I would expect for a pass-through, but it works. Okay? So hopefully that'll help you in the future. There is no wires. I can't connect wires to it. There's no option. Like, I have wiring out, and I can't place it. There's nothing there. I mean, it's already connected. See how they're connected through the tile there? From the left tile to the right tile, from the right tile to the left tile, it bridges the gap, which would be right here if you look at it. That's where the tile gap is. So we are bridging the gap into the other tile. It is connected. I am 99% sure that I am doing it correctly. I just don't think it works. So, again, I don't know. I just would like the devs to work on fixing the stuff that they say they fixed. That sounds like a great idea. That's why I'm saying that update, it's small. I don't know how they could have updated everything and got it all fixed with that little of an update. So, if you have just tuned in now, I would recommend going back to the beginning, watching a fair amount of this video. You can see some of the updates, changes, stuff that is not working. We've definitely explored and found a bit of that. So it's unfortunately unfortunate. I was hopeful that we would be rocking and rolling by now and we could, have the availability to turn on and off our machine as we wanted. It seemed like a great idea. We could conserve a ton of power off of our solar grid, but when we have no power, even when we're trying to use the magical switch, it just doesn't work. So I may try the circuit breaker next. I don't know even what that's for, or if it's just, I think it's just going to be a part that's built inside of other parts, like crafting a machine. So we'll play with that. But for today, right now, guys, that's all. We've been going on for 2 hours now, kind of trying to find problems with the update. I do want to say that, overall the update looks like it's mostly failed. It seems like they worked on one thing, and that would be the crowbar. They worked on the crowbar, and they got the salvaging working, and they got the door lock system working. That is another thing that I see working. I can now lock my base, and I don't have to worry about people coming in here. So those are a couple of the wins that we did get. But everything else with piping and wiring to the pump up there, we see that it's not connected. To this machine, we can see that the switch is not working. I would say overall the update was rather disappointing. It was definitely a bit more of a fail. So I do appreciate you guys coming to check out the video today. You know, it's a little bit of a different one. I was hoping to make more progress on stuff, but I was hoping that it would all work. I was excited to see the updates and changes and see that the game was making progress. So far, it's not 100%. Let's hopefully get some patches that will come through. I've not seen any, or I haven't, I'm just looking at the download page and there are none here. So it doesn't look like, at least for the time being, there are any more updates or changes that are going to happen. So the re-aired is different too. Yeah. The repaired. Yeah, there's, we do have the tools. They show what product they're made out of now. We do have, of course, it's not called the hammer anymore. It's called the manufacturing tool. And then we do get a emergency hammer at start. So some need information, but overall, this is, I think, going to be it, guys. If you guys did appreciate the video, or if you just liked watching and you want to help support me, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe, like, share. There's a little alarm button there and timer that you can push to be notified of stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to get back on later tonight. I might get on and fiddle around with some stuff just to try to get it a little bit better. I want to try to make the progress on it. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the support, the comments. It really is helpful to me. I appreciate it a ton. Thank you guys. No, thank you very much there, Sean. I appreciate it. Yep, we need to get it all sorted out and working on. But I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy your time on Rokh, of course. Be careful building, crafting, doing all your stuff so you don't crash the server too many times. And enjoy your days. Thank you very much, everyone.